Madam President, Mr. Vice President, Mr. Ambassador of Israel, the Mayor of Brussels, Regina, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, happy Chanukah to you all. Chanukah is much more than a historical holiday. Chanukah is one of the most relevant holidays of the Jewish people. Chanukah symbolizes not only the victory, or not the victory of the Jewish army, but the victory, as you rightly said, Madam President, the victory of the Jewish spirit. Chanukah teaches us that it is possible not only to dispel darkness, but to illuminate the darkness. You do it when you turn on a light. But what is light? Light is values. Light is truth. Light is justice. Light is kindness. Light is faith. When you persist despite all the difficulties, it lights up the darkness. Humanity suffers from many deep diseases. One of them is anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism causes people to accuse another person of things that make no sense and to hate them to death for it. Jews around the world have been suffering from this for thousands of years. Our diary as a people is filled with thousands of sad events that have occurred throughout our history. Expulsions, pogroms, and exterminations that took lives of millions of Jews over the years. Actually, even today, my own son, just here in Hovenudo was threatened and harassed just today, just for being Jewish. And yet, at the same time, then and today, not only do Jewish around the world not walk around with a feeling of hatred or revenge towards other peoples, but Jews all believe that our job is to make the world a better place. Millions of Jews around the world are busy spreading light, spreading good, developing technologies and medicines. We are pioneers in science and agriculture, in the arts, in economics, and entertainment, and more. So the world as a whole will be a better world. And indeed, year by year, more and more people in the world have better life. This is the Jewish spirit. This is the Jewish spirit that won the Chanukah holiday, and this is what we are celebrating today. Great darkness is not a reason to despair and give up. This is a reason to increase the light, to illuminate the darkness. They tell of a father who sent his son to learn karate. After a year, the father came to an event where the students had to prove their skills. When his son's turn came, he runs quickly towards the coach, and the coach knocked him to the floor with a light blow. The son tried again and again, but again the coach knocked him to the floor. The father came to the coach and said to him, I paid to you for that. 20 times the son tries to run to you and you knock him to the floor with a light blow. The coach looked at the father and replied, you saw 20 times that he fell on the floor, but I saw 20 times where he got up from the floor and continued to fight. Dear friends, the last pogrom in Israel on October 7 was for the Jewish people just another link in a long chain of primitive hatred toward Jews. The huge anti-Semitic demonstrations across Europe that used the war against a terrorist organization as an excuse to spread hate and violence and caused hundreds of thousands of Jews in Europe to be wary of showing their Jewishness was entirely, unfortunately, predictable. but we don't give up, and we won't give up. Madam President, I want to thank you for your strong leadership. Yours is a leadership that understands not only Europe's moral obligation towards the Jewish minority, but also, as you rightly said, understand the enormous contribution of a flourishing Jewish community to Europe as a whole. A leadership that knew instinctively to stand by the side of the Jewish people, who once again find themselves fighting not only against brutal terrorists, but also with too many people, who because of anti-Semitism seek time after time to condemn the Jewish people, who defending themselves against terror. I know it is not easy to stand sometimes alone against many people who represent the darkness. But even here, Chanukah has something to say. The Maccabean Jews were just few against many. It was difficult, but when you do the right thing, God's bring victory. On Chanukah, one more candle is lit every day, because the way to light the darkness is to never be satisfied with what we did yesterday, but to do more and more. I wish all of us to be strong and always succeed in making the right choice. Happy Chanukah. Thank you very much.